What up guys, Steve on Team Purple Panda here, and today is January 30th, 2011. That means it's only 6 more days before the sneak peek happens, and about a month before the new ban list hits. So we're getting ready for some serious deck and meta changes right now. But before I start, I want to give a quick shout out to this store. Actually, it's a little store called Winers. It's located in San Francisco, so just go look them up on Yelp. They're really cool people. The son of the owner, he actually is rolling in the team TGFS, and they're extremely cool people. So if you see them in regionals, if you see them there, say hi to them. They're really cool. Go trade with them and everything. Yeah, but definitely check out the store out. It's a very small store, and they have like a very dedicated group of people that go there, and they're all very awesome people. They're very good players. So if you want a challenge, if you want actually play some good folks, go check them out. I really highly recommend them. They're really good folks. All right, so let's go right into what we're talking about today. So, as you guys know, we are really on the verge of a huge change here, and then like everything else this is where it makes and breaks people. If you're not ready for this new meta, you're going to get stomped on. So, I personally am trying to do as much research as I can so I can be as prepared for this meta as possible once it hits. I can't say much for the ban list other than some rumors here and there. I've actually made another video a little bit later that talks about what my predictions are on the ban list and whatnot, and the rumors I'm hearing, and the people I've been talking to. So we will talk more about that then. But this actually is a video that talks about the future of Yu-Gi-Oh, at least within the next meta, and some key cards that should be run, some key cards that are no longer key cards, and also just some tech ideas and whatnot. I personally like to call the upcoming meta the meta of the techs. Why I say that is because within the next meta, I honestly believe that you have your top decks. They're your Black Wings, your Plants, your Samurais, your Angels, if Angel gets released here. When March rolls along, Dragooni's coming out. Dragooni's being one of the top decks. So there's going to be a lot of top decks out there. And what gives these decks that specific edge that wins over other decks are basically techs. So if you are like me, a player who really enjoy throwing in techs and this and that, this is going to be meta to play in. So I personally am very, very, very excited. So let's just go right into some cards I've laid out for you. The top row right here is the DD Crow, the Snowman Eater, and whatnot. These are some of the cards that should be either mained or side. If you look at the Japanese meta right now, everyone has either 2-sided DD Crows, 1 main crow, 1 side crow, and whatnot. Mainly because this is used to deal with plants and whatnot, and of course DD Crow is always good. Also, it worked really well against Samurais, and surprisingly also worked really well against Black Wings, against Blizzard and whatnot. So I see why Crow is a standard there. Here in at least my meta in this logos, a lot of people taking Crow out of their side deck, at least only running 1. I am not sure why they prefer to run Crevice over Crow. I highly disagree with that choice because Crevice is a trap card, so it can be negated by Trap Stun, 7 tools, etc, etc. So Crow, much faster and much better, and of course my girlfriend signed this one, so it's awesome and cute. So definitely Crow. Snowman Eaters are just wonderful. I'm actually going to side 2 of these in my side deck for my 6M. The reason why it's so good is because it destroys Shein. So if they manage to make a Shein and it run into Snowman Eater, I can flip this and destroy Shein, and this happens doing right after damage calculation, so it's actually really, really fast. And secondly, it blocks a lot of Black Wing attacks, so it kind of kills Shura and Bora and whatnot, so it prevents pokes and whatnot, and it's all in all an extremely good card. Now I'm seeing Splash here and there, especially people will use it for Ganir and Ab-Zero, but aside from just Ganir Ab-Zero, this by itself is an amazing card. So definitely consider running this in your side deck. Chain Disappearance, this is really broken considering that with the next format, again, plant synchros and whatnot is going to be hot. Not to mention, this actually is devastating against exam. If they summon Kagemusha and you drop this on them, then it's pretty much this slows the deck down like quite a bit because you kill off their like main tuner and the only tuner. So yeah, definitely. If you look in the Japanese meta, everyone's actually citing two. Some top decks actually decide to main one of them, and their decision has been rewarded because they top like several times. So definitely consider maining one of this. Mind Crush is making a fat comeback because within the next meta, there'll be a lot of searching. 6-Sam searches like crazy. Black Wings, they search like crazy over, what is it? Black Whirlwind. And also, when they play the Pot of Duality, you can see what they add to their hand, so you can crush something. So you basically get to, like, you have knowledge on what is in your opponent's hand. A lot of chances to see their hand, essentially. And Mind Crush definitely helps because would attack you and you know they're going to draw Kalu, you definitely crush that. And not to mention, it works against 6-Sam because they have so much search cards and stuff to add to their hand. So basically, it's just wonderful. And I saw a really cool play is that whenever, whenever like, Debreached player, they drop like Cold Wave or Trinade, you can like, assume that they're gonna make a really serious push next turn. So when they go Trinade or they go Cold Wave, you chain Mind Crush and you call Debreached, they'll generally drop one or two of those. So it's just wonderful. Yeah. The next one, Spirit Reaper. If you look in the Japanese meta, everybody, and I do mean everybody, main deck one of these. It is one of those just overall super important cards. You really need a Spirit Reaper or Spirit Reaper like monster because next format it's really cool. It's like a control based format that like gives like opportunities for OTKs. So you definitely want one of these to bring you back to the game in case you're low on cards. And not to mention, this saves so much lives and is just wonderful. So if your main deck lacks one of these, you want to throw it in like today. It's really good. So that's that. Puppet Plant I talked about like previously. It's really good because like steal Sams and whatnot, steal their Shein, uses effect to negate something, and then like synchro with it, etc., etc. It's like a super powerful brain control. So definitely. So everybody actually sides 2 against Samurais. Not to mention this also works against GKs. So definitely consider throwing 2 of these in your side deck. I know I definitely will. Some cards that are fallen out of favor are Bottomless. If you read, people actually not run 2 Bottomless. I know it's been a staple for God knows how long, but people actually decided to take out 1 Bottomless in favor for a 3rd Book of Moon, or take out Bottomless in favor for a Chain Disappearance, because this is a meta where we bring out small monster to create big monsters and just hurt feelings with it. So Bottomless is a great card, don't get me wrong. But in a meta where it's very OTK driven, a Bottomless might not be your best choice. So yeah, that's that. So moving on, some cards here that if you have them, definitely throw them in. 3 Warning. I remember making a video saying that Slime Warning is not a meta call for the previous meta. This one is. You have Warning, run Warnings, because in this meta, there are a lot of monsters that basically combo off each other and bring out more bigger monsters. And of course, I'm talking about Samurai. You imagine Solemn Warning, like the main one, the first Kageki, the whole entire chain stops. Of course, you can use this or Book of Moon, but Solemn Warning is better. You can't Bottomless the Kageki because it's only 200 when you first come out. So of course, 6 Samurai. And if you're playing 6 Samurai, Warning is good against other cards, and also it's good against people's text against you. So they summon like a Kinetic Soldier or whatnot, you Solemn Warning that thing. Or they summon like what is it? Thunder King. You Solemn Warning that. So Solemn Warning is very, very important. If you have them, run them. If you don't have them, throw in Bottomless. It's still good. But again, Warning is really important in this one. And like I said earlier, this is the meta of the text. And actually, in my side deck for my 6M, because I believe that as soon as 6M come out, everyone and their mother is going to be running it. So what I'm actually going to do as like a pro play, I'm actually going to like main 1 Puppet Plant because I have a lot of GK player in my meta and whatnot, and I know a lot of people who are playing like Black Wings are switching to 6 Samurai. So if I made one of this, it's gonna be pretty awesome. I can actually take a game mass advantage in game 1, and also in game 2 I throw in 2 selection. And if you don't know what this card does, it says that right here. My guy's not gonna focus on me. All right, okay. Pay 1,000 life points, negate the summon of a monster that is the same type as the monsters on the field. So basically, if I have like, if I go first and I summon my Shin and all that good stuff, and I set this thing, it's basically a solemn warning, but I only pay 1,000. Not to mention, if they already summon something and they like say they go Kageki, active effect, special summon Kagemusha, I can still negate the summon of it, because that's that. It's pretty cool. Moving on, another tech ideas and stuff people are running in 6 Sam. A lot of people are running Upstart Goblin, so this is an Upstart build to like speed up your deck. It's not a bad idea. Some people suggest to me. I just don't really like it. It's not my thing. I actually like to run 2 Reinforced Tooth instead. So that's like my little tech idea. I actually got this from a lot of Japanese decks out there. It's really good. And rather than having like a Spirit Reaper, I actually run the Pushu instead, because it combos well off of this. So this is my Spirit Reaper. So instead of Reaper, I run this instead, and it works well with my deck. Moving on, something I want to talk about before I end this video is Trap Does Shoot. People are like still iffy about this card, and a lot of people ask me why I love to run this so much. Trap Does Shoot fell out of favor when Heavy Storm went away, so people start setting everything. That is true. However, Trap Does Shoot is still extremely devastating when you're playing 6 Sam, and here's the reason why. If you were to draw this early game, of course you can drop it game 1. If you can drop this card game 1, you pretty much have game, because if you manage to make a Shin, then you know exactly what your opponent has up his or her sleeve, and you just negate the right thing. So you don't like negate the wrong thing and get screwed over by like a random Book of Moon or like a random Dark Claw out of nowhere. So it's definitely very good card. Not to mention, this combos really well with Trinade. So again, Shein has, so just combos well with that. I get my Trinade relatively fast because I have a Ghost Arc. So if I have this mid game or late game, a lot of times I would Trinade, and then after Trinade I'll set this. So when he draws, I will like see his hand, and then I'll go for I'll check like what to negate and whatnot. And finally, what's like so important for this card is to get rid of Gores. If I see that they don't have any Gores, I can push for OTK. Though I'm honest, I push for OTK. And if they have like Effect Veiler, I definitely get rid of them using this effect. So just trap, dump Effect Veiler and go crazy. So I think you should definitely try maining one of this in 6 Sam deck if you want to play it. Definitely test it out. It's my little thing, and it's been working like extremely well for me. So that's that. Now again, like on my video, my table is like now a crazy mess. So I'm gonna end this and say good luck, and I see you guys in the next format.